Welcome, and thank you for joining me in exploring the final direction of the Medicine Wheel, below. The below direction, after all the outward otherworldly experiences of the above direction, is more grounded as we encounter the sacred feminine. This direction is more grounded in the everyday life, and yet it is something more. Where we learned the linear, multidimensional aspect of our beings through dreams and past lives, or future memories in the above direction, here we learn the nonlinear, that we are all of those aspects and yet none of them too. This direction is tied to the moon. Sun Bear describes the moon this way. The moon was considered the leader of feminine life, in part because women, like the moon, experience different phases, different cycles. Grandmother Moon teaches a different aspect of the feminine than the Earth Mother does. This aspect of the feminine is one strong enough to be receptive, the one strong enough to surrender to life. This aspect of the feminine is the one wild enough to seduce the active forces, visionary enough to conceive a new life come from the old. Grandmother Moon dreams the children Earth Mother nurtures. Not surprisingly, Jamie Sams associates this direction with the feminine void. The void is not empty as we would expect, but holds the potential of all life. When scientists pointed their telescopes into the darkest portions of the night sky, they found the most densely packed areas of stars. Here is how Jamie Sams describes the void. For a few years prior to actually entering the void, we vaguely feel something happening that we cannot understand, and we are confronted with our own resistance to moving beyond our comfort zone that has given us wonderful insight and a multitude of spiritual bursts of information and energy. On a subconscious level, we have the right to stay in this place of inner knowing because we have earned it. We forget the universal law that everything evolves and that movement is required in order to go to the next level of the dance. The feminine is the place where things are nonlinear and requires us to let go of even more of what we held onto as our personal identity. Sometimes, when working on the above direction, we think that we know all of the answers, but we are always called to the below direction, where we admit that there is still more to discover. The final layers of our subconscious programming are stripped away on this level, as we learn how to maintain even more of a neutral state of mind. We realize that we are not the series of past or future lives that we may have explored in the above direction. We are not the spiritual path, but the consciousness that is witnessing the exploration, while simultaneously exploring. So while we have met a level of completion, we return back to the medicine wheel. For as long as we have a physical body, the work is not done, and we continue with the experience anew, but with a fresh perspective. Thank you for joining me in exploring the 7 directions of the medicine wheel. And bye for now.